Hello, friends. Who's that? Here we go. Here we go. Bang. Welcome back to another YouTube stream. Another week, another Monday, and another trading day. One second, I'm just moving stuff off my setup because I was working a lot last night and I got a lot of stuff on it that I forgot to. Anyways, I think it's most obvious that we're bearish. But I do think there's still a possibility of turning up. Now, why do I say that? Well, I want to show you something for a second. When price action is choppy like this, there could be outcomes on where we consolidate, rip lower, rip up higher, rip lower, move higher, move lower one more time, taking that low. What the heck? Taking that low, then turning up higher again. Okay? So, it all depends on 930. It's so dry in my room. Oh my gosh. I have the heat on because it's very cold today, but damn, it's dry. It all depends on 930, right? It all depends on what we do at 930. So, we're clearly having some rejection at that low that we had previously. If 930 rips us up higher, I'm going to take a short. And if 930 rips us down lower, I'm going to ideally stay patient to see if we could potentially catch a long reversal. Good morning, Pillar Jack. But I'm heading to Montreal today. I'm going to be starting PM stream directly after the AM stream, most likely. So I'm going to be ending an AM stream and I'm going to be starting PM stream at around like probably 12 or 12:30. I'll be starting PM stream on TikTok and then I'll be streaming all the way to 2 o'clock and then I'm off and then I have to go to Montreal. But I will be streaming from Montreal on my computer all of tomorrow, except for Asian session, and then all of not all of Wednesday. I don't know. Wednesday's when I leave, so I'll stream AM session, then I won't be able to stream PM session. So you can see here, let's mark out midnight open, and I want to show you something. Midnight open has not really been traded to that much. It's still left open. It does look like a beautiful accumulation manipulation distribution down to these lows. It looks like it wants to go down to these equal lows down here, pretty much. But we will find out. We will find out what happens. Get a private jet. Oh, yeah, I totally forgot about my jet. I totally forgot. But, guys, we have a good day today. We have a good day cooking up in the books. I think we have a great week, and I think we could potentially make a lot of money. So let's go for it. Hold on, chat. Hold on. Just logging into my Tradovate. I think we could have a very, 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 very good week if we play our cards right. But how's everyone's weekend? Anybody do anything crazy? You're bearish? Yeah, I'm bearish too, but I'm open to a reversal if 930 rips lower. Shutdown over. We're so back. Totally. I didn't do my kick streams. I had a very, very busy weekend. Busy as in going to restaurants with a bunch of people, going to the spa. It was like a get together. Um, let's go to the Forex calendar because I haven't done this in weeks. Oh my gosh, it feels so weird. It feels so weird putting this up and going, okay, today we have orange folder news, but nothing crazy. USD FOMC meeting minutes is on Wednesday, so we have FOMC and NFP today. I mean this week. So it's a very lethargic, volatile week. So a Monday could potentially be a slow day, but we'll see what happens. Project X and TopStep situation. I think Project X is working with TopStep. So 930 rips us down lower. So ideally, what we would want to see is price action reverse back up to the upside after trading into a specific PD array. But to me, it looks very bearish. But we'll have to wait because I don't take 930. I don't take trades without 930 manipulation. And you guys remember many times of us not manipulating at 930, then retesting that level and pushing up higher. So I'm not going to force anything here. Google's up 4% in this market, which is what the fuck? How? But we'll see. I think we're turning up higher. I think we're turning up higher. Now, mostly it looks like we're ripping lower, obviously. Like, but you also have to remember that the markets manipulate, and whatever looks the most obvious is probably not going to happen. But we'll see. We'll see. I need to wait. 930 manipulation ripped lower, and now it's ripping back up higher right away. But I was thinking about you all weekend. Oh. Now this could be the manipulation as well, so I have to factor in. I have to be careful because this does look like it's turtle souping this low here and wants to turn up higher, right? It does look like it wants to turn up higher and soup that low one last time, then go back up above the highs. It just to me it looks like a little bit more bullish than bearish, even though it looks very bearish. We'll see. We need to see price action confirm bullishness. But we have a bunch of PD rays that could be trading too. It's breaking out of this consolidation, which would be nice. Let's see if we have SMT on the fifth on SMT. I mean, if we have SMT on ES. No, we don't. What about YM here? Let's see. 15-minute. No SMT. So all three markets have no SMT. Don't even trust this guy? Who? 5 down, pick squeak. um, this is manipulation. Yeah, to me it kind of looks like it, but it could also be a reversal, wipe out all these highs. We really gotta wait, right? We really gotta wait and see the confirmation. We really gotta wait and see the confirmation of what's gonna happen here. So patience, patience. Looks like if once the 4 hour goes probably around here, we'll potentially look for some longs. But if it just starts retesting lower, I'll go in for shorts. But it does look like it wants to turn up to me personally. I'm not going to force anything yet, though. I'm not going to force anything. Hold on. Let me just go to my announcements. Let everyone know I'm live. Everyone live now. Beautiful. But hey, I want to do, while we're waiting for price action to rip to our fill, and I'm not taking that. It's too early into the session. It does look like a beautiful shift in structure, fair value gap, but I want to do a prediction. Do you think we go over or under 3 wins this week. 3 winning days. That's what I meant. Over, break even, over. Over, under, over. 5 for 5. 5 for 5, okay. Last time I had a 5 for 5 was like, what, 3 weeks ago? That series of streams were unbelievable. Unbelievable. But, beautiful rip up higher. Let's see how it reacts. It does look like a turtle soup to that low, which is it could be internal liquidity soup to external. I am leaning towards a little bit more bullishness. I need to log into my accounts. La-di-da-di-da. 1 second, chat. Tradovate. Log in. Let's see what happens here, because if it continues to rip higher, then it could be a little bit bullish, but there's no setup for me, ideally. I mean, you could take that fair value gap, but that's at 934. It's not the greatest. It's not my type of thing. I like to wait a little bit longer. Arcane Junior yesterday because I'm banned from WAP. What platform did you DM me on? I'm out with 1,100. Grab that quick long for 2 minutes. Let's go, brother. Let's go, Justin. Let's go, Justin. That was legitness. You messaged me on Discord? No, well, I haven't checked it. Sorry. I'm unbelievably busy, and I get millions of DMs, so I will check it. You just got to be patient. What's your Discord name? Ben is a liar. Guys, he said he would turn me into a millionaire. I only made 1K on Asian session. Okay. You're back from TikTok. Let's go, Brandon. So we're ripping up higher now. That is a nice entry. I don't take it because it's not my model, but it is tuning out. So let's see what happens here, right? What we want to see is price action, how it treats this fair value gap, because this is the first presented fair value. If it's very bearish, once it tops into a premium and into this fair value gap, if it starts disrespecting it, then I'm going to look for some longs. But it's looking beautiful. Like, it's leaving breakaway gaps. It's very bullish. Just like I anticipated it. It is looking beautiful. So that's ideally what I wanted to be looking for in the markets today, is what exactly we're getting. So buckle up, fellas, because I think we're ready for a nice trade. Does look very lethargic here, though. So we do have to wait a little bit. Guys, I have huge news. There's a massive sale coming out with Apex for Black Friday soon. Huge sale. Just stay tuned. I don't know how much it is. I don't know when it's coming out, but it's a Black Friday sale. It's crazy. $15-minute Sibby. Yep. I know I didn't mean to say lethargic. That's why I corrected myself and said volatile. I don't know. I literally just said I don't know how much the deal is. But it's looking like it wants to reverse here. It's in this hourly fair value gap, so I'm not going to get too fond on taking longs yet. I need to see a retracement, then it push back up higher. Okay, I accepted your DM. I'll answer it later. What's good, Camelot? So we're in this little 1 hour, and we need to determine on what that looks like. But the 4 hour looks very bullish. I think the best opportunity of catching a very big long is in 20 minutes to see where this 4 hour candle looks. But to be able to short with this wick that took sell side already is not the greatest. I don't want to look for short in that scenario. It does look like an IO-fed type of short for me. You see 930 was the last leg of manipulation lower, and then it rips back up higher. We have, just like I've taught in my rejection block candle videos, rejection block wick YouTube videos on my boot camp, that does look like a very nice trade there. Low resistance liquidity run all the way to these highs, which is exactly what it's doing. So it looks like we're going to be catching an IO-fed entry. So once it just displaces out of this hourly fair value gap, I want to see it retest, trade into a fair value gap, then turn up higher, and we'll be beautiful. But we're going to be patient. We're going to wait for the right time, and we're going to see how it goes. Potentially get into a nice trade here. It'll be IO-fed most likely. Most likely it's going to be my IO-fed entry. But here it is. Let's see. 2K from that long. Nice. Got a load on my trade of 8. So I am, with my IO-fed, with this specific entry model, it is going to be cutting risk a little bit. But I'm not cutting risk on the whole day. What I'm going to be doing is my first initial entry is going to be cut risk. And then if I feel like it, I will add more to the entry. I will add more to the actual position if it's going in my direction. But it's rejecting off that 15-minute a little bit. So I would want to see it break it, retest it, turn up higher. And then I'll look for a long. I cut risk because we're anticipating a reversal on a Monday. And I not cut risk. I'm cutting risk on the initial entry because it could be heavily manipulated. No, Mourner. I know your comment was a joke. Don't worry. Don't worry. I know it was a joke. I appreciate the kind words, brother. So it looks like it's reacting to that 15-minute. We wouldn't want to take a trade until it breaks out above that, but there's a very possibility that we can still move down lower because you can see this daily candle trades to that volume imbalance, the gap, and the fair value gap, and then turns down lower. So it could just be rebalancing for 930 manipulation. You have to remember that. It's reacting to that 15-minute. So we're going to be patient. If we start pushing down lower, I'll look for shorts. Like around here, I'll change my bias. But as long as we break that high, then I'm going to be bullish. Right now, we're still sitting. Yes, I'm trading my Apex accounts. I do not sell a course. Right now, I'm trading my Apex accounts. Will I ever trade ES? No. It's not my, it's not my model. I trade NQ only. No need to overcomplicate it. But speaking on ES, it definitely looks the exact same. Except ES is also reacting heavily off that 1 hour fair value gap. So there could be a chance that we do continue back down lower. Hey, Ashinder, thank you for the subscription. But it does look very, very bullish on terms of YM. YM's rebalancing heavier. Rebalancing to that fair value gap. We have a beautiful market structure shift as well. That's a 5-minute market structure shift. We have a 5-minute market structure shift here. Could rebalance down there, but it looks like it's beautiful reaction here. It does not trade to that fair value gap, but it does look like it could start moving up. So let's go to MNQ because I'm definitely going to be trading micros today. And let's quickly journal out everything that we need to look for. Midnight open, right? We need to draw out buy side liquidity, which is where I think we're going to be going. We need to draw out our liquidity sweep and our shift and structure. Oh, look at that reaction. We totally missed it, chat. Look at that reaction on the 3-minute. Yeah, so I'm bullish. Maybe a remitigation here. Yeah, I'm probably going to get in a long here. Chat, most likely. It's going to be a big stop loss. All right, but I'm going to get in the long here. 75. Hold on. No, not yet. Just wait. It's very, very cut risk, like I said, guys. I'm not going to be risking that much. I don't like that reaction. It looks like it could potentially reverse. So once we see it trade back up to this high, we'll take a trade. But that 3 minute looks beautiful. So I calculated risk to see in case something wants to happen. But we got to wait for more reaction. Patience, fellas. Patience. It's retesting that fair value gap. Once it trades up, I would say around here. Breaking mean threshold of the order block, I'll get into the trade. This will be a 4 contract trade. 4 micro contract trade. Okay, it's breaking mean threshold of the order block. Just want to see it push up into a premium here. Getting ready to buy. Looks like a nice reaction on that 3 minute fair value gap. IOFED on the 3 minute. Okay, I'm going to get in long here most likely. But it's cut risk. If I get stopped out, I can re-enter. If it's at the wrong area, just got to wait for a body reaction. Remember, we're cutting risk on the initial entry, and then we'll scale in if it rips in our direction. Okay? But the initial put like the initial buy-in is not going to be
order filled
as much as what we would want it to be, so we're open to be adding more positions. Okay? This is a simple scaling model. This is the simple scaling model. I do this a lot where price action, if it wants to rip, I will add in a little bit amount of positions, and if it starts ripping even more in my direction, I will start adding more until we get to, but I won't be able to add more if we get into a premium from my entry to my take profit, which is right here. Anywhere in this radius, I can look for more positions if it starts ripping my direction. Looks like a beautiful order block there. Worst case scenario, though, this is like a $600 risk. So, I mean, $1,200 on each account, or no, $1,400 on each account on a Monday is more than enough for me to be satisfied. So, we're starting with a decent reaction here on that 3 minute IOFED. Remember, we have to factor in the fair value gap that the 3 minute reacted off until it breaks this high. Once it breaks this high, chat, I'm going to just take a small partial off to secure profits on an early Monday. This is my Monday protocol, where when price action is just, it's ripping, and you're in profit on a Monday, set the tone of the week. Take a small partial, drag your stop loss back to the IOFED low there, and secure break even. And the reason why I'm taking a partial here isn't to make money. It's to make sure I can drag my stop loss to here, which is still in the negatives, but because I took a partial, it will be break even, risk off the table. So we have a beautiful reaction so far. Absolutely beautiful reaction, which is exactly what I wanted to be seeing. This is exactly what I want to be seeing. I think I'm not going to add more positions into this. I think I'm liking what it's at right now. You know, I think I'm appreciating the amount of money I'm risking on this. So I don't think I'm going to add more. But it looks like to me we're going to drag our stop loss here already. Well, right now we're going to be dragging our stop loss to mean consequent encroachment in the fair value gap. So we're already cutting risk. So the trade is already dragged risk just because of this reaction that we bodied above that high, confirming an order block. It should not trade lower from this level. If it wants to rebalance, it can, but that level should not get traded past. Because of that, I could be aggressive today and put my stop loss here. That is totally valid. But just because it's a Monday, just because we're setting the tone and I didn't risk that much, I'm going to be dragging my stop loss just a little bit under consequent encroachment because I think it could potentially retest and trade into that fair value gap if it wants to. But ideally, the high I want to see it start attacking is right here. I pray at the end of every stream. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Beautiful reaction. So I'm getting ready to take one contract off here. Just one. Remember, my goal isn't to make profit from this high because it's not high enough for me to make profit, but my goal is to take risk off of the trade. Okay? Don't like that reaction. So depending on your risk management right now, chat, like for me, I have a lot of room. I made a lot of money in my accounts. I have room to be risking. I also cut risk on it. But if you don't have that much room, if you're in drawdown, if something is wrong, you have a prime opportunity to just put your stop loss here at that low. Okay? That's why risk management is important and understanding it based off of your trading. So we're about to be approaching our partial here. Beautiful tone of the day. But that's why risk management, managing trading discretionary with your proper risk management is so important, because for some people, putting your stop loss there would be better. But for me, I'm keeping it here because I can afford to do that. All right. By the way, chat, I submitted the application to my new condo. Just waiting to get approved, and then we're moving in. Which I hope we get approved. It'll be hard because I'm young, and it's a very nice place. And I'll show you guys it after I take a partial here. I think I'm taking partial right now. Let's just wait. Let's wait for it to break this candle high. I'm gonna take a partial now, guys.
Order filled.
Don't want to be greedy. I want to get out of this trade already. So now that that's happened, we can drag our stop. I need to fix our stop to that low. And now basically we're only risking like maybe $80. So can we get a W in the fudging chat? A W in the chat already. What? 5 minutes in and we're already basically risk off. And that's how we set the tone, guys. That's how we do it. That's how we set the tone of the week. That is how we set the tone. All right, risk off the table. Now this is the profits that make us make money, okay? Risk has been taken off. Partial's done. Drag stop loss halfway. We're still risking a little bit, but it's okay. Now we let it run. My next partial is going to be right here at this high. That's when we make our next... That's when we make profit. That's when I drag my stop loss in profit. That's when we basically win the trade. Hey, but we're doing very beautiful. We are at midnight open. We have to remember that. Good eye. Thank you for letting me know. We are almost at midnight open. Okay? So we got to be careful here, because if we touch midnight open and we start pushing down lower, we could potentially reverse to the downside. So I would say once we break midnight open, I'm dragging my stop loss to break even to secure a little bit of profits. I'm moving in by myself. Well, with my girlfriend. You guys want to see the condo? Hold on, chat. Check it out. Ready? Check it out.
Oh, and a locker as well. That's
Check it out, chat. I don't really like the color of the bathrooms, but it's okay. Walk-in closet there, and then I have my own office. I hate the bathrooms, but I have my own office. But it's in this view, the CN Tower, the lake, the Nobu buildings, all of the above. Like, look at this. That's the Lake Ontario. That's CN Tower. That's King Street. It's just an absolute unbelievable view. We have a walkout balcony as well. It's definitely a gift to be able to be doing that. So you have to watch a YouTube video on how to do that on Tradeovate. Loyalo. How much is it per month? Roughly around 6,000. Bro, you ain't buying that. Laughing emoji, laughing emoji, laughing emoji. Congrats. Oh, I mean, I'll prove you wrong, buddy. Why do you think I was there with a real estate agent walking in? You think I just do that for fun? I'm a busy guy. It's definitely 6K, buddy. It is. I promise you. It's in the best condo building in all of Toronto, and in the heart with a CN Tower. It's a high rise. It's a corner unit. It's has a lake view. It's one of the best condos in Toronto for not being a penthouse. Looking like it's pushing up higher though. It's in the most sought after, most renovated condo in all of Canada. So it has a 68-person movie theater, two pools and a hot tub, a sauna, a spa, a hotel inside of it. It hosts the TIFF, which is the Toronto International Film Festival. We get free VIP access to that. It has parking for me, a storage unit. It has a gym, which is a big gym, two business centers, a barbecue center, an outdoor pool, a rooftop, and it has a studio session, and it has a party room and a pool room, like a snooker's room. It has everything. What floor? 32nd floor, which is considered a high rise in Toronto. I don't like this reaction, but it hasn't even touched midnight open, so I'm not worried. Stop loss is going to the low of that order block now, though. It shouldn't be trading past that. No matter what, we're actually break even. So I'm happy. I'm good. We're chilling. And if it doesn't work, we'll look for a potential short because it looks like a nice retracement at that point. Soup's that high, then it can turn down lower. But right now, what we're doing is we're trading into that 5-minute fair value gap. I think we should push up higher after that. No worries whatsoever. Don't have any stress about this trade not winning. It looks like a beautiful IO Fed entry with that 5-minute fair value gap there. If you wanted, you can add more positions here. I'm just going to stay with my risk off the table. 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom. But it's actually a blessing to be able to do things like this, chat. Like it looks better at night, but dude, one of my closest friends lives directly below here. That's why I'm moving in. But it's a blessing to be able to stand there and take a phone call and look over this. And on top of that, one of my best, like I wouldn't say my best friends, but one of my good friends in business, he lives directly below me on the same unit. So yes, the code just finished, Damien. But there's a new code coming out for Black Friday very, very soon. So it looks like it's reacting. It looks like it's trading to this fair value gap, then it wants to reverse. So that now that we did catch a, if it stops us out, if we catch a break even, we could potentially look for a short back down to the lows, and this would be identified as 930 manipulation. If not, and we want to continue up higher, then we do so. We're still in that 5-minute fair value gap, which could mean everything for us to turn up higher. I'm okay with that. I do think we are still going to turn up higher, but if it does want to rip lower from this point, we will reverse our bias because we have a higher time frame PD rate and a high that it took. But for me personally, what I think is happening is the fact that it took this high trade to a PD rate, it's going to manipulate into manipulating people to think it's going to sell off and then turn back up higher again. Not looking like the greatest, but hey, risk is off the table. And risk should be off the table for you guys too. It's in this little bit over 1 minute, so let's get rid of these bearish PD arrays here. I'm glad we took a partial, and that's why partialing with a certain amount of money does not matter. It's partialing when you think price action can reverse. Let's see what it does to that 1 minute there. It could be trading to the order block as well. I do think this is manipulation, but if it does break these lows, then I do think we're going to be reversing back down to the downside. Are you buying, sin, selling? Ah ha 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 ha. You blew your account today? Hey, brother. It's all good, my man. you need to learn the lessons from that loss, or else you will do it again. So cherish those losses. Do I own it? Right now I'm just leasing it. Well, if I get approved. Lance, good morning. Why don't I teach you? I literally go to my YouTube. You think scouting girls on Instagram is a bad thing? Yes. You're not going to find the love of your life from scouting a girl on Instagram. I don't think that's rage bait, bro. Patience. That's why I didn't drag my stop loss to break even, is I think it's going to manipulate, but let's see. Let's see. Great reaction just there on that order block. Okay. Let's see what happens there. It shouldn't trade past mean threshold. If it's a very strong order block, it shouldn't trade past the upper quadrant, which is exactly what it's doing. It traded near it, didn't even touch it, and it rips up right away. So let's see. Ben, you made me lose my account. F you. L rage bait. What do you do to recover it? Don't change the way you're trading. If you blow it, you blow it. But when you change the way you're trading, you fall off of your statistic track and you go against your model and you create bad habits. So if you blow it, you blow it. But don't change the way you're trading. Nacho, he's a rage baiter. Don't fall for it. This is still an order block, chat. Still an order block. Once it trades past mean threshold, then it's invalidated, but we'll wait. I wouldn't enter now. I would wait for it to break above these highs again, right? To show clear respect to that order block. So far, it's being iffy on it. You would want to see it show clear respect. Let's see if they responded to my, let's see if they responded to my application. Nope. No response yet. We'll see. Worst case scenario, it could trade down to that 15-minute, then turn back up higher. But I don't think that's going to happen because it should just rip up high right away. It's not looking the greatest, but I'm not going to get into the trade. I'm just going to let it ride to my stop if it wants to because the risk is off the trade. We have a break even no matter what. Where did I meet my love? Through mutual friends. It's not like a crazy love story, but we just met through mutual friends. Oh. Like the day we met, she said she lived an hour and a half away, and then I just drove all the way there, went out to a restaurant, got flowers, blah blah blah, all little movie stuff. But break even, chat, most likely. Let's see. Boom. Break even on the first trade, which is okay. Now I think that was 930 manipulation, and we're gonna move up higher. So we're not done yet. We're not done yet, chat. We're still gonna be looking. That is gonna be identified as manipulation. Now that we have that, we are in a 15-minute fair value gap, but I didn't want to see a 15-minute fair value gap get traded to in this price action. It should be lower as this is a liquidity run. So now that this is happening, we're gonna be potentially looking for a short. We just need to see a little bit of a fair value gap fill. Thought I trade my 3 new evals, ended up trading my 3 previous ones. Oh, it's all good. Everyone makes that mistake. Everyone makes that mistake. Hey, I'm happy with that. Now that we know now we have confirmation on where our bias is, right? Beautiful inversion fair value gap reaction there. Let's see if we can get a potential trade here. We just broke structure here. My bias is now bearish. Maybe you'll get a little bit of a push up. But we do have this manipulation, so I don't really want to see break. I want to see price action fail to go to a fair value gap here. So we could potentially even get into the trade with that stop right there. That would be 3 contracts, right? I want to see breakaway gaps. I'm actually potentially getting in the trade now, like right now. Once it trades down here, I'm going to get in the trade anticipating that it'll be a breakaway gap, right? It'll be 3 contracts less, not 4. It'll be smaller risk. This is still cut risk, but we're doing the same thing, right? If it trades lower, I'm going to get in here because we're anticipating breakaway gaps, but it looks like it wants to trade up higher to it. So I'm actually going to stay away from the trade if we don't get into it. If we trade into that fair value gap, I'm probably going to stay away a little bit because it looks like it could be swooping that low, then turning back up higher again. So we need to be careful and patient on what's happening here. Because it looks like that could be a retracement. We caught a nice little chunk of the range. If it rejects off of here, I'm going to get into short. But if it trades into the fair value gap, ideally, I'm not looking for too much. If it trades back down to that low, I'll trade into it, but it shouldn't touch consequent. If it touches consequent encroaching, I'm not looking for this short. It's that simple. It's that simple. If it goes above consequent encroachment, not if it touches it, but if it goes above it, I'm not looking. But so far, it looks like a beautiful IO Fed entry here. Getting ready to sell. Looks like it broke structure, rebalanced into the fair value gap right away. I want to see a body reaction under the fair value gap. Not a good one. Oh, wait. Okay, not a bad fair value gap reaction. I don't want to see it break above consequent encroachment. If it's bearish, it should move down lower right away. If it's as bearish as we think it is, after this manipulation, this is the first fair value gap it's trading to, there's no reason to be trading above consequent encroachment. Absolutely no reason. Beautiful little market structure shift with the rejection block right there. Once it breaks below these body lows without breaking consequent encroachment, I'll get into the trade. It broke it, but I'm still bearish because of the body reaction. Pops into a premium, and the second it trades to a premium, it instantly trades lower. It's not the greatest reaction here, but if it bodies past consequent encroachment, I'm like, fuck, I'm not getting into that trade. You getting eager with this? No reason to take a short yet for your model. For my model, there is. I know my model back and forth, my guys. Like, you don't have to question it. If you just want to know it, then go purchase my models. But I know what I'm doing. Trust me. I appreciate the looking out though. I'm gonna get into short here. The worst case scenario, this doesn't work. I'm off for the AM session. Just waiting for a little bit of a push down pass to my fill. Ideally, I want to see it wait 25 seconds, but if it starts ripping low, I'm gonna get in. I'm gonna get in here.
Order filled.
Okay, so stop loss as of right now is there. It's a beautiful mitigation block if it bodies down there. This is 3 contracts, micro contracts, so I'm not playing with that much, okay? I'm not playing with that much risk right now. I'm open to adding more positions on that remitigation block. So if we trade lower below that low and then go back to those 2 up close candles, I'll add more positions. But so far it looks like we caught a piece, broke even, and then adapted to the markets and traded back down to the low because we anticipate this is 930 manipulation now. So looks like we want to go down to that low, but I will also leave a runner all the way down to sell side liquidity below that because that's just a 930 manipulation. It looks like we can potentially even go down here if we're going to have that very, 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 very bearish day. But I'm looking at all these as points of reference. But we have a beautiful reaction right away. Automatically, if we get a body below this, I'm dragging my stop loss to the high of the mitigation. Okay, that's good enough. Stop loss drag to the high of mitigation. Almost half off the trade already. Beautiful reaction. W's in the chat. It's the second decent trade of the day. So I'm not going to be dragging my stop loss past that low because it's a mitigation block, right? It could go back up to it. Remember what I talk about in my videos, in my bootcamp videos, chat? When price action can reverse, it can go like this and remitigate and still move lower. It can still remitigate and move lower, right? So don't forget that, and don't drag your stop loss prematurely to a point where you don't. Just because your fill price is here and you want to take risk off doesn't mean you should put your stop loss there. Okay? We do it strategically. We're identifying this as 930 manipulation. But guys, Tradeify has a pretty good deal. I think it's 40% off right now. Straight to funded accounts, which are always the best. You use code Ben at checkout for that. Beautiful fair value gap reaction. I want to see it turn down, but remember, it could remitigate here. So we're going to be patient. Wait for the right time and be patient. So chat, anyone can tell me about this, I would appreciate it. So I go on my banking app and I see my credit score and it's a 790, right? 790 credit score. And then I go on Equifax and do my credit score check for my application for the condo, and it's a 730, which doesn't make sense because my banking app says it's a 790, but that says 730. So that brings me from very good to good. And that could be the sole purpose of determining if I'm going to get the thing or not. They use different models. No, well, the banking app was added. So Equifax is actually accurate. Trust Equifax. Your bank probably uses Vantage Score. Well, my bank uses all debt across all banks as well. It tells me. It looks at my American Express. Hey, we managed risk already, so even if we get stopped out, I'm perfectly fine here. They use turtle soup model. Okay. We're in that mitigation block. But if that's not the case, then I'm not going to look for shorts again at all. And I think it's actually going to be low probability for longs because you see that it trades all the way down here to then move up again. So I wouldn't aggressively look for longs here until we go back up to this range if that happens. But so far, we're doing really well with risk management. We broke even here, and here we drag our stop loss to manage almost half of the trade while cutting risk a little bit. Like, guys, you have to remember, we risk $2,000 per trade on a good day. $1,000 on a cut risk. To be losing about $200 on a trade is equivalent to losing like $50 on 100K. I've been on a big losing streak. That's not true, Justin. I don't know what you're talking about. I am not on a losing streak. I know it happens though, but I'm not on a losing streak. This was not a loss. The break even. Yo, so yeah, sometimes they boost your credit score on apps. Oh, okay. So it's remitigating. If it still wants to move lower, it should rip lower here without taking that high, but it doesn't look too great, but we'll wait. Looks like a beautiful mitigation block reaction. We would want to anticipate that this fair value gap gets disrespected. It already traded past constant encroachment, so I want to see it keep pushing down lower. I don't like that bounce there, but we're gonna wait and trust our setup, right? Trust our bias, trust our narrative over these little 1 minute price fluctuations. $10 L's in the past few weeks. That's so capped, Justin. If you can find the 10 L's in 2 weeks, I will personally send you money if you can prove that. Why do you have price going lower? 930 manipulation, 15-minute fair value gap, right? We were originally bullish until this reaction happened. It took liquidity, went near midnight open, and potentially ripped down lower now. It looks like it's just trading to this order block here, original fair value gap. See how it seeps into that original fair value gap, then trades lower? Look at that reaction. Also, look at the order block reaction. This little up close candle is an order block, and look how it reacts to it, right? Look at that. I want to see it break that, form an inversion, and continue to attack that low. Not at least 8 L's, my man. Justin, I'm net positive in the past 2 weeks. So even if we did get 8 L's, that means we got 18 wins. So it doesn't matter how many L's you make as long as you're net positive. You have to remember that just because someone takes L's doesn't mean they're not profitable. Every trader takes L's. But if somebody takes 100 L's in the span of a week, but 200 wins, they're still being profitable. We're net positive in the 2 weeks. So regardless of how many L's you've seen, we've gotten more wins than that. Or we've tied with the wins and losses, but the wins are bigger than my losses. And that's how you manage risk and become a profitable trader, is by controlling what you can control and making sure that your wins are more than your losses. Hence to why I identify lower risk. Hence to why I'm dragging my stop loss to strategic areas. Hence to why all that. It's literally all live. I watched all 8 L's. I don't see what the need to deny it. You will get it back if your strategy works. Justin, I already got it back. I'm net positive on the 2 weeks, but you don't want to listen to what I'm saying. So if you continue to spread lies, you're just going to get put in the corner. Approaching 10K? What do you mean approaching? Oh yeah, I know. It's crazy, sir. It's a consolidation between this order block and fair value gap and this right here, but we're also in the mitigation block, so we'll see what happens here. Patience. Do we put him in the corner, chat? We'll see. If he does one more bad thing, like a bad boy, he's in the corner. No, you're not, bro. The lies are insane. I watch you lose like 20K, huh? Chat, apparently we lost 20K. Well, you can go into timeout. If you wait your 5-minute timeout, then you can come back and chat. But we're definitely not down 20K. I'll tell you that. Because I promise you we're not down 20K. I promise you that we're not down 20K. I'm up 15K on each account, just to let you know. Which is 15,000 times 20 is $300,000 of P&L in profit. So, but believe what you want to believe. Beautiful reaction, just like we anticipated. That's why you trust narrative. Why am I not being transparent? When did I say I didn't take the L's, bro? When did I say that? Oh my gosh, he went on an alt account. What a fucking loser, chat. Opposite. This guy went on an alt account just to spread that. Well, guess what? You're in a 5-minute timeout. You couldn't even wait the 5 minutes. Made my $300 thanks to you, Ben. Let's go, Uzi. Wow, that was a great reaction. Yeah. So once we break that low, stop loss is going to that high. What is it? So no, I'm not getting angry. I just want to teach a lesson. The thing is the problem is people will come onto my stream, and maybe they're joining my stream for the first time and it's a losing day, and then they will judge based off of that. Or maybe they come onto my stream for the first time, and oh my gosh, he made another alt account. Camlot, you know what to do. He sometimes is on my stream and we're on a losing week, and that's when they first join my stream. But they don't see that previous weeks matter, and my risk is according to my previous profitable week. Camlot, where you at, brother? All right, I'll do your dirty work. I am green this month, but, you know, you don't need to believe it. It was the one above it, Camelot. I got it. Put him in a 5. Taxes like in Toronto, pretty bad. Not gonna lie. I did it, Camelot, don't worry. Camelot's a sniper, chat. We have a beautiful trade cooking. We're approaching that low, so what I'm going to be doing here is grabbing this and doing that. Here's the thing, and here's why I make money. Here's why I'm successful, and a lot of the people that always doubted me in my life aren't. While these people are spending their time in someone else's stream trying to spread negativity and trying to spread false accusations, I'm here making money. I'm here growing and learning. So that's the thing. Successful people focus on themselves and their system. The unsuccessful people focus on other people because they're jealous, because they're insecure, because they see a system that works for someone else and they don't have it and they want that. So they have to drag them down. The reason why I am where I am today is because I don't spend my time sitting in someone else's chat. I don't spend my time sitting and trying to put someone else down. I focused on myself. And that's when you're going to see is the people that are always in chat repeatedly every stream are always going to still continue to stay in that same position every day. We dragged our stop loss past 50%. This is basically a free trade for us. Basically another break even. I think Project X is working with Top Step. And I think they did that to make Top Step a more profitable firm. Did not take partials on this trade yet. Nope. We're remitigating. So like I said, chat, like I said, this range could be start off with a mitigation where it goes down, mitigate, down, mitigate, down, mitigate, down, mitigate, down, mitigate, down. And that's exactly what it's doing. Exactly what I said. And the only reason why I know that is because I've journaled these type of days many times. Yeah, I saw they took away activation fees. That's huge. Patience, guys. I do think we're going to still continue down and attack that low there. So you just got to be patient. Wait for the right time. If you guys are new, everyone hit that subscribe button. I live stream every AM session on YouTube, PM on TikTok, sometimes Asian on TikTok. I have $300,000 in funded account payouts. I've been trading ICT concepts for almost 6 years. I stream everything for free, show full transparency. And on top of that, I'm also a firm believer of my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, Christian trader. Trying to spread positivity, but you're all welcome here if you're not Christian. On my December NVIDIA calls cooked, taking call options in the holiday season is not the greatest decision because it's more consolidation than volatility. That's why when I put 100K in Meta, I didn't do an option instead I did an investment. But I don't know. I think it depends on where your target is. An all-time high NVIDIA doesn't seem too far away, but you also just have to be careful. You know what I mean? Right now we're consolidating. Nothing is looking too crazy, so see you in the PM session on. Have a great one. So the PM session is starting earlier, remember, because I am going to Montreal. I am not streaming past 2 o'clock no matter what Eastern time, so it is starting a little bit earlier. S&T's made. I know I'm not loving the trade, but I'm not going to close it out. I'm just going to trust my system. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. The risk is literally nothing. It's a cut risk trade, and on top of that, the stop loss is dragged more than 50%. And you guys should be doing the exact same trade. It should be a cut risk, and it should be dragged to this high. So I'm not worried whatsoever on what's happening. Thanks for the help on the day. Up $600. I need $1,300. Still pass funded account. Hope to get this week. Let's go, Nolan. Just stay disciplined, and I'm sure something will happen. It's reusing this fair value gap here. Let's see if it can react off of it fairly well here. Daily, don't want to see it push up to the 50% level of that. Sure, reject off of this level. Kieran Johnson is back. Close the trade. This is an L. So even if it is an L, I'm not going to close the trade because to be a statistically profitable trader, you have to follow your system. So if I close this, this is against my system, and my system is what makes me a lot of money. And it's not 2 L's because this is not an L. This is a break even. But I'm not going to close my trade. It's not my system, and my system is what makes me money, so I'm going to stick to my system. Ben, what's your mom or aunt's name? I need a profile. No. No, Camelot. No. No. This is the Power 3 model. All right, the Judas Power 3. All right, 930 manipulation here. It's the Judas swing model. From what I would call it's the Judas macro model. So if you go into my Discord, and you go if you got the models and you go to Benjamin's models, it's this model right here. This is the model that I'm using. As you can see, it entered at 10:06, which is during the macro. 9:30 manipulated to the upside. This was the IOFED model. This was the Judas model. I bet the haters count break even as losses. The haters count wins as losses. The haters do whatever it takes just to make themselves feel like a better person, even though they're the one in chat. Funny that some people are literally subscribed and come here every day just to hate. I mean, I don't care. They're going to be unsuccessful if that's how they spend their valuable time. I'm not going to ban the haters. I can't ban on YouTube. You can't ban people on YouTube. I'll time them out, though, but I don't see any haters right now. Just like I said, guys, trust the setup. Where's that one fucker that said close the trade, it's going to lose? We can still say that now? That's why you have to trust your system. That's why you have to trust your system. Because even if it does lose, the risk is calculated. It's controlled. You know what I mean? The risk is controlled and calculated, and it's following my system, and that's all that matters. I don't care if it's a win or loss, because that doesn't matter. Every trader takes losses. What matters is if you stay to your system. My bootcamp teaching is teaching you how to understand the concepts, how to trade, how to form that. My models are what I use to trade. They're my models. I don't teach. You just get access to know how exactly I trade. And if you don't find that you have the same personality as me, you don't need them. Price action is horrible. Yeah, that's why we're playing with smaller risk. We identified that as a Monday. And we moved a lot today already. But I do think it's still going to melt down. It's rejecting a little bit. But we had a break even on the first trade. This trade is basically another break even. We barely risking anything. So we're still doing pretty good. No matter what happens this session, we cannot lose more than 0.5%. Like we're not even risking cut risk. It's less than that. Honestly, though, are they your models or are they rebranded? They're exactly my models. They were used ICT concepts, but they are my models. The Judas macro model is a model I created with ICT concepts, but it's the model that I use, that I created through my own studying. But it uses ICT concepts. The macros are ICT concepts. The SMT or whatever is ICT concepts, but I put them together. Very, 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 very dookie price action right now, but we're going to wait. Right? It could also look like it goes to that 5 minute. It's consolidating. It doesn't look the greatest, so I don't want to add into positions here. Worst case scenario, we get stopped down, barely lose anything. I'll just move on to the PM session. Let's see. Let's see if it rejects off a Concept correction again. Always talks about his son. Am I him? No, I am not. ICT's son. The reason why my stop is here because the trade is no longer valid if it takes that high. It's a failure swing to a mitigation block. So we're Gucci. What is it? It's going to be like $180. Yeah. Chat, that's a W loss. That's actually a dub. Let's put that to statistics.
Stop filled.
Okay. Beautiful trades. Let's see if we can get one more. If we get a nice reaction, but other than that, it's probably going to be like that. Break even and a small cut risk drag stop loss loss. Dang, another Elben facing emoji. Oh, brother. The people that don't think, the people that think they're just going to come in here and get spoon-fed wins every day are people that are never going to be successful. Still up $300 on the day. Let's go, Jay. Another L. I got to stop copy trading. Good luck, Keldon. That's all I'm going to say. Good luck with your future, my man. Because if you can't manage after losses, you're never going to be profitable. Every trader takes losses. Still up 690. Nice. Up $2,000 for the day. Nice. USD JPY long. Nice. I don't trade that, though. Sometimes when price action is low probability, it can scalp you out, but it's a system. We got to stay patient. As long as you manage your risks, guys, as long as you manage your risks, we're all good. If you risk your own trade, mate, don't blame it on anyone. Exactly. Some of you guys need to learn how to lose. I have it in my new YouTube video. If you want to learn how to lose, there's I think it's in my most recent YouTube video. Oh no, I did it in the Sunday study stream. Never mind. Patience, guys. Camelot, you know what to do. Another cornball. Put them in a long one, 24-hour. How are people going to copy trade and complain? Guys, it's not only that, but you just have to trust the system. Do you see me affected? No. I know I'm going to make it back. Chat, do you see my balance affected too? Chat. We're still up $300,000 in total. We're up 15K. Do you think a $180 loss is affecting that balance? Do you think a $150 loss is affecting that balance right there? No. That is the definition of sound money risk management. $500 away from passing your first eval. Let's go, Jesse! You become one of the best traders in the world, I'm calling it. Hey, thank you, Anime. You're in longs right now. I'm gonna stay away until we get out of this consolidation. Like it's in a consolidation with an indecisive decision. It could either manipulate higher than rip lower, manipulate lower than rip higher. You need to wait just a little bit. We'll wait a little bit as well. Ben quit a 6-figure job and has made over 300K in payouts and streams for free for you. If you don't believe him, yeah, I know. I'm moving out to a hey, listen, I'm doing very successful at my age. I'm getting a $6,000 a month condo at 19, moving out on my own. I quit my full-time job. I'm doing all this. I doubt that the haters are doing better than that because hate always comes from below. Ben, I just lost my wife and my kids and everything on the trade because I don't know how to. Oh, okay. I actually got scared for a second. I thought you actually did lose your wife and kids, and I was like, are you serious? We gotta wait. If it's gonna rip lower, we'll wait for a new entry. Guys, there's no FOMO here. There's no FOMO. Risk has been amazing. Chat. From someone that risked $2,000 per trade. From someone that risked $2,000 per trade. This is absolutely amazing. $2,000 per trade being down only $319 on the day is you can't beat it. With risk management, you can't beat it. Got wicked? I'm not worried. There'll always be a re-entry. You got to stay consistent. I'm not worried. We're in a consolidation. We're going to wait. Wait for the right time. Always, always, always. Always wait for the right timing here. Oh, Tanya didn't go live today. Why is that? Am I demo trading? Nope. You're still in the trade? Nice. Hey, look, I still have bias, right? That just goes to show you that my system works. It's just when you get stopped out low probability, you can't fight it. We're still in consolidation. I'm not going to re-enter here. I'm not going to chase. I'm not going to have FOMO. Be patient, guys. If you got stopped out as well, just be patient. Just be patient. Just wait to get out of this. It didn't even trade at that fair value gap in this consolidation. It could potentially wrap up higher still. But I do think we're going to move lower. Wait till we trade around down here. Patience, guys. Patience, patience, patience. Let's turn this up because it's ugly. So we'll get rid of that. Let's clean up the charts a little bit. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Draw that out. Midnight opens there. We'll see. Don't take the trade chats into consolidation still. My model is trash today. You hate Mondays. Yeah, I know. That's why I cut risks on Mondays. You should know your model so much that you know when to cut risks just off of a day of the week. She's live on Ninja Trader. Okay. Let's see. Arena Cup Final Championship. I don't see
halfway
her.
back.
I don't see her. All I see is Leo trades Paxson, Sarah, Strat Sniper. I don't know. Are the markets this week bad? Nope. Nope. Just because it's a Monday. Just because it's a Monday. I still think the markets are going to be good. She's out now? Okay. Patience, guys. We're in a consolidation. You don't want to fight. You don't want to fight this. Don't fight this. Just wait. Just wait it out. Just wait it out, chat. Just wait it out. Don't get into a short here as well, okay? Don't. I wouldn't recommend it. Even if it works out, I still wouldn't recommend it. Be patient and trust your system. Follow your model and know that the wins come. You just have to be patient. Don't worry. Be happy. Logging into my Tradeovate because I just got logged out for some reason. I hate how it does that. 1 second, chat. But we're going to wait a few more minutes to see if we get out of the consolidation. Wow. Stream Clash Royale. You're cooked. I've actually never played it. Only Clash of Clans. I don't have any models. I just go in when I feel okay. Patience, guys. Wait for the right setup. If it doesn't show up, it doesn't show up. You just have to be consistent. Chat, what do you think is going to happen when I move into my condo? How many views do you think I'm going to get from there? From this view to a, you know what I mean? To a whole penthouse like view. Funded account giveaways hit when I get to 10K subscribers. I'm giving away 15 funded accounts, chat. 15. Worth $5,000. Oh, no. Yeah, about $5,000 worth of funded accounts. Yes, the condo's in Toronto. It's right here. CN Tower, Lake Ontario, King Street.
On a locker as well. That's amazing.
Let's see. That's the condo. Am I nervous for moving out? Of course. Of course. I'm leaving my childhood pets behind. Right? I'm staying away from this. You see that right there? It could look like it wants to turn up higher again. So I'm not going to fight for shorts, but I'm also not going to fight for longs as well until we break out of these highs here. How have you been? Discipline gets you there. Thank you, my man. I appreciate it. What the heck? How do we join the giveaway? You just have to be in the Discord and subscribe to my YouTube. That's it. I've seen homeless people with better looking condos. I don't think that's how it works, Cact. I don't think that's how it works. Bitcoins are crazy. Is my oh my gosh, my short is doing so good, chat. Oh my gosh, it's about to cash out. Who's been here the whole ride since I tweeted at 123K and now it's going to go to 90K? My short is actually going to ball out, chat. Right there. That's the fair value gap she's going to. Wow. Don't short this, guys. Don't short this. Don't short this. Just be patient. Ben is a market maker. I just can't prove it. Don't short this, guys. Do not short this. If it's your model, then go for it. But it's in a consolidation with a hard time frame, 15-minute fair value gap. So it doesn't look like it wants to do that. If it was gonna rip lower, it would have ripped lower already. For me, it's not looking like it wants to do that. It looks like a beautiful push down, though. It looks like it wants to be bearish from that 1 hour reaction. So it does look like it wants to sell off, and I'm bearish more than bullish after this reaction, but I'm not bearish off of this. Can't trade crypto on prop firms. I know that. You can still short Bitcoin like $20. You don't have to be rich to short. Patience, guys, patience. Just patience. It's all she wrote. All she wrote is patience. AMD is looking really nice right now. Let's look at AMD and gold here. Gold is selling off. It's not doing too much though. AMD is just a beautiful consolidation. It could retest that gap down there though, so be careful. Quantum computing's not doing anything. What else is doing something? Looking for a potential buy-in on a stock here. I have the capital, so Google's doing amazing. Oh my gosh. But yeah, I mean nothing crazy yet. Nothing crazy yet. Nothing crazy yet. Oh, the power of 3 model. Okay, cozy. Nvidia calls. Like I said, I don't think it's bad, but I would not encourage to take option trades in the last bit of the year because it's a smaller range, tighter consolidation days type of year. Not year, type of the time of the year. So option trading in the last quarter of the holidays is not the greatest. But I think you'll be fine. Patience, guys. We'll have a TikTok stream, but we're also going to be upping the pace. More bootcamp videos, more everything. So get ready, guys. Get ready. More bootcamp videos, more everything. And on top of that, guys, I feel like once I take my big-ass payout, like my 6-figure payout, that's when everything will change. But guys, you're very early. We're gonna ball out soon. Why you left? Fa, this is gay. What do you mean? Who said I'm man, not big? Wait, what? Bro, how are you calling him gay? You're the one who called him cum lot. Like, what do you mean, bro? Would you ever give us option call signals? Rarely. Like, I gave you my signal on Meta that I invested in it. I've been to Thailand. Low-key pretty fun place to visit. Of course you think it's fun. It's also a great place to catch an STI. Patience, guys. Patience. Yo, someone say, okay. MES is a 1 hour bullish. I'm waiting till we get out of this consolidation. If nothing shows up, nothing shows up. Right? But we just got to be consistent. It's a Monday. We did really good today with our risk management. We just got to be consistent and wait for the winners. Okay? That's all it is. Wait. Just be patient. Just be patient. Guys, I might be doing a collab stream with Turbo. Do you think that's a good idea? Camelot, you know what to do. Give him a 1 minute. He's new. Just a 1 minute. My man, you got timed out for the sole purpose of you're spamming your message, and I don't read people who spam, so you're in a 1 minute timeout. Turbo is too hot-headed. Yeah, but he also has this, like, a huge TikTok stream. I feel like we both do, and it could be a big thing. I'm not going to do it until he gets back on a winning streak, that's for sure. Like, he's been on a 10-day losing streak. He lost $3,000 last night. Are you serious? Don't do a collab? Okay. Seriously, dude? I think it's only 10 now, Kevin. Wow, I didn't know that. Well, we're ripping up higher, but we're not doing anything until we get out of that consolidation. But yeah, I mean, like I think we're gonna have a very profitable week this week. I have a feeling that the shutdown's over. We can start basing our trading off of the economic calendar. I think we're in it. We're gonna make a lot of money this week, Chad. We're still at that range of the $15,000 in profit. If I get to around $20,000 at the end of the week, that's ideal, Chad. That is ideal. Okay, that will be 20,000 times 20. That'll be $400,000 of profit, Chad. That will be absolutely insane. What's the plans for the day? I'm going to Montreal, so I'm going to stream a quick 8 p.m. session, and then I'm headed to Montreal, and then I will stream tomorrow AM session on my computer, my laptop, and then I'm going to a concert, so I probably won't be able to do PM session, but we'll be okay. I'm down 6K this week? No. I'm at 50. This week, I'm down $300. Which, oh, wait, how much is that? You might be right. 300 times 20. Yeah, 6K, which is not that much. For 300K accounts, it's not that much. Turbo lies about his losses and he's so emotional. I think Turbo, anyone that streams on live is a good trader, but if he's emotional, he's emotional. I don't know. Bad weather here in Montreal? Yeah, it always is. No, I'm streaming on TikTok for the PMs. Hey man, I appreciate your videos. It helped a lot. Someone helped me a lot. Someone people hate, but they don't know that they have to be grateful. Hey brother, I appreciate the kind words. All right, fellas, you know what? I think I'm going to finish in prayer. We're in a consolidation. I think it's better if we come back at PM session around 12:30. I'm starting it early, chat. PM session is starting early on TikTok. We're in a deep consolidation right now. Don't think I want to engage into it too much, so we're going to finish in prayer, and then we'll be back on PM session today. And then after that, I'm heading to Montreal. But not a shabby session. We had a break even here and a small loss here, so basically almost 2 break evens. We're really not doing bad. W's in the chat as always. If you followed your risk management today, you're going to be a very successful person. So here's the difference in between successful traders. Successful traders do take just as many losses as unsuccessful traders, but the successful traders manage their losses. So even though the trades didn't go the way we wanted to, we didn't even lose a cut risk trade. It's less than that. And that will be made back in a cut risk partial break even long or short winning trade. So discipline as always. Not stay PM, finna be short anyways. What do you mean? No, PM session is going to start at 12:30. Gold is for Asian session. Other than that, guys, thank you guys for watching. We'll finish in prayer, and we'll wrap up the stream here. But we have a good week coming up ahead, guys. Get ready. I think it's going to be a very profitable week. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for another amazing opportunity, Lord. Thank you for another amazing blessing at this week. Lord, please be with anyone on the other side of the screen that may be struggling in their career that they're in, Lord. Please remind them that it gets better, and the lessons that they're learning right now are essential for them to become the person they need to be. Lord, remind them that it's all part of your plan and not ours, Lord, and forgive us for our sins. Going into this new season, Lord, please make sure that you protect us and nurture our plans and your plans, Lord, and remind us that no one can take what the Lord has given, and for us to have faith in your plans, Lord. Please be with us, forgive us for our sins, and deliver us from the evil one. In Jesus Christ's holy and amazing name we pray. Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Amen. All right, chat. 12:30 p.m. Eastern time. I'll be live on TikTok. I'll see you guys very shortly. Stay away from the markets until we get out of this consolidation. You made money today. Let's go, Jesse. Other than that, guys, thank you, Ben. Have a good break before PM. Thank you, guys. I'll see you guys soon. Take care. God bless. And peace. As always.